Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to announce that one of our Supreme winners is Suyeshna Vanan of Pandit Vishnu Deo Memorial College. Congratulations.
Namaste from Pandit Vishnu Deo, everyone. Warm greetings to the Minister, Permanent Secretary and the New Zealand High Commissioner. The essay writing journey was indeed very interesting. It enlightened me a lot. I did a lot of research and learned along the way as well. I'd like to thank my niece teacher, Mrs. Sujata Singh. She also encouraged us and enabled us to write such nice writings. And yes, I'd like to thank Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to participate, and thank you.
The other winner is Esther Takala, Holy Cross College, Tabiuni. Congratulations, Esther.
Good afternoon, Minister of Education, the High Commissioner, and the media. Also, good afternoon, Dr. Satendra Singh, and well, everyone else who's listening. During the COVID-19, I wasn't really in Tabiuni. That was in 2020, but I'm thankful that I got a lot of ideas about it from my colleague Yosef Obonto and my former English teacher, Mrs. Luciana Tavanua. She's not here, but I'm thankful that she was able to help me write this essay, and I also would like to thank the school management, school administration, the school principal, and English department. And most importantly, I want to thank God, because without Him, I wouldn't have been able to reach this place or to write this essay in essay. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Charlotte Darlow, representatives of the Fiji Association in Auckland, Dr. Satendra Singh, Permanent Secretary for Education, Heritage and Arts, Dr. Angela Joachim, teachers and students joining us virtually, winners of the essay competition who have joined us on Zoom, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Nisambula Vinaka, and a very warm welcome to you all. Let me first congratulate all those students around the country who took part in the Fiji New Zealand essay competition. Some of you have joined us online via our Facebook page today, and that is really great. At least you're able to participate virtually. I'm told that in the previous years, this award function used to be held at the High Commissioner's residence with students in attendance, but we know why we're not having such celebration in person. However, what we must focus on is the competition itself and the importance of being rewarded. Despite not being physically present, you will receive your awards announced today in the next week or so. It is also my pleasure to be officiating this important event with you, Excellency, which is the first official event that we are doing jointly, and certainly one worth noting. I would like to acknowledge the extraordinary work of the New Zealand High Commission and the Fiji Association in Auckland for this initiative and for supporting the budding talent in our young writers through this essay competition since 2008. Past decades have seen the building of resilient relationships and promotion of effective geopolitical ties, especially in the most challenging of contexts between our two countries. I wish to also commend the association in Auckland and the adjudicators for your unwavering support towards our Fijian children. I know such initiatives take a lot of work and commitment. Your selfless and continuous vigor in providing this New Zealand essay competition for our young writers is highly appreciated. Today, our main celebrants are, of course, our awardees, as well as every student who had participated in the contest. in the context. I appreciate that there are many of youngsters who are just eager to share their writing skills and creative ideas. It is inspiring to note that if given the chance, they would express themselves so vividly and creatively that it leaves one in awe and wonder. The ministry strongly believes that we need to continue to mold and empower these young writers as they are the voices of the future. They would have crafted skills in communication which will help them as future leaders. A hearty congratulations to our students for your tenacity and ardent interest in researching, observing, and expressing your thoughts. The 2021 topics were on Fiji's 50th anniversary and 50th anniversary of Fiji-New Zealand diplomatic relations. The essays were around our bilateral relations in various subsectors of the economy, such as education, peacekeeping, and regional cooperation. I'm told that you also wrote on the collaborative efforts for resolutions to counter global problems such as the disruptions caused by the pandemic. Your research would have broadened your minds on our long-standing Fiji-New Zealand relationships, and this is pivotal in strengthening and sustaining our diplomatic ties. So congratulations once again on your awards. The Government of New Zealand has also come forward among numerous assistance to provide Pfizer vaccine for our students aged 12 to 14, which will enable these children to be better protected from COVID. And I want to thank the New Zealand government and the people of New Zealand for their kind assistance. Vaccination of our children is very important. Our young ones are very active and mobile, so their safety is critical for all parents and us as a nation. I thank you, Your Excellency, and through you, your government, for all the support and assistance you have been providing generously to the people of Fiji. At this juncture, I wish to extend our best wishes to our Year 12 and 13 students. Our Year 13 students will be commencing the exams from tomorrow, and Year 12 students will be starting the exams later. Some of you have been through an extremely difficult experience at the height of the pandemic. Many would have been stuck by painstaking memories and the difficulties they have faced, and they've seen how the families were coping during this difficult time. Family members were without jobs, family members were struck with COVID. Some children have seen the loss of their grandparents, loss of their family members, and it is painstaking. And this memory will remain there for a very long time. But you have rebuilt and you have configured your lives to ensure that you complete the journey you had embarked on last year. That in itself is sheer resilience, and I just want to wish you well. May the exams be in your favor. Just do your best, because that is what all you can do. Stay positive and stay focused. Once again, I thank Your Excellency and your team, including the Fiji Association in Auckland, for continuing to provide our students this opportunity, which is extremely important in building their skills and knowledge in research and writing. I congratulate the winners and encourage our budding writers to continue to share your talents and pursue your passion. Venaka Bakalevu, Dhanyavad, and thank you very much.
Honourable Minister, Permanent Secretary, representatives of the Ministry of Education, Dr. Satendra Singh, and in absentia, Lady June Hillary, who I know is celebrating Auckland anniversary today as well. Members of the media and distinguished guests who are all online, and in the distinguished guests I include our essay competition winners. Thank you for joining us virtually here today. So kia ora koutou, in the language of my country. Nisambola Vanaka, Namaste, Noaya. It is with great pleasure that I am here today to join together with the Ministry of Education and the Minister in announcing the results of the 2021 Secondary Schools Essay Competition. Today we celebrate the achievements and talents of young Fijians who have been so expressive and inventive in the way that they've explored the Fiji-New Zealand relationship in the 2021 essay competition. I feel a little bit like I am stepping on the coattails of my predecessors, and I did want to acknowledge the work of our previous High Commissioner Jonathan Kerr and also Monica from my team here, who have been working very closely together with others to bring this together. The High Commission and the Fiji Association of Auckland have been jointly organising this annual competition since 2008. We are so thankful to the Ministry of Education for their continuous support in running this competition at secondary schools in Fiji, because the competition gives us opportunities. It provides us with the opportunity to seek ideas and fresh thinking on various topics from Fiji's leaders of tomorrow. And my Prime Minister would correct me there because she firmly believes that our students are our leaders of today as well. And I have heard her say on more than one occasion, don't ever let anybody tell you you are not a leader because you are 16 or 17 years old. You are a leader in your community. So it gives us a chance to learn from our young leaders and get their insights and perspectives. And it also gives us a valuable opportunity to understand the breadth and depth of Fiji-New Zealand relations. And having arrived in Fiji 6 weeks ago, I am very thankful for that opportunity and for the insights that you are giving me. We are very pleased to demonstrate also our ongoing interest in supporting and strengthening institutional linkages with the education sector between our two countries through this writing competition. So as the Ministers noted, the essay competition took place at a challenging time. We are all still living through the COVID-19 pandemic, and this was the case all the way through the time that these essays were written. And as the Ministers notes, I wish today we were standing on the lawn of my residence hosting you in person here in Suva. Unfortunately, that's not to be. My children are at home doing online learning this morning, so we're all living the same journey, but I do hope that it is not too far in the future where we will be able to gather in person and where we will be able to congratulate and celebrate in person together. It also comes, though, even though it's a time of great challenge, I feel like it also comes at a time of great strength in our bilateral relationship. I can honestly say that it feels to me like the relationship between Fiji and New Zealand has never been stronger. And one thing that we have learnt through the COVID pandemic is that we are stronger together than we are operating independently. So I thank you, Minister, and through you, the Government of Fiji, for your very close collaboration and partnership as we continue to navigate this really difficult time. And I echo your words of encouragement for the extraordinary resilience that I think Fijian students have shown throughout the past couple of years. So as the Ministers noted, we asked you to write about the celebration of diplomatic relations between New Zealand and Fiji's 50th anniversary of independence. And we also asked you to write about exploring New Zealand and Fiji's partnership and collaboration in a time of COVID-19. We have always enjoyed a warm and mature relationship with sustained growth and the links between our governments, our peoples and our businesses. And we've collaborated as we've gone through the years to advance our shared interests and to work through other things. There have been a number of significant events demonstrating the strength of the Fiji-New Zealand relationship during the course of 2021 and going on into 2022, and they link to the essay topics that you all wrote on. So in terms of COVID, I've mentioned it's been a tremendously challenging time, but we have been so proud to work alongside Fiji to support our joint COVID-19 responses and also as a region. We've also partnered with civil society organisations, as has the Government of Fiji, and with other development partners to help vulnerable communities impacted by the pandemic. As the Ministers noted, we've been very, very pleased to be a partner with Fiji in vaccine diplomacy and in being able to assist in some small way a cohort of 12 to 14-year-olds so that we can help support the safe return to school for students. And we've also been pleased to send personnel to be part of the vaccination on the ground efforts too. In terms of economic support, we've also been pleased to collaborate with Fiji in sort of two payments of economic budget support. I think they've both previously announced $40 million in May of 2021 and then a further 40 million in December. That is going direct into the Fiji government as it leads its own COVID-19 response, and we've been very, very pleased to be a partner in that journey. So the essay competition complements the work that we've done as governments. Students have picked up the leadership mandate from our political leaders and public servants and continued the journey through your own writing in this competition. We received 443 entries from 88 different secondary schools across the country. And I think that's truly remarkable given the real challenges and constraints that every school in Fiji and every school in New Zealand has been navigating over that period in terms of dealing with COVID disruptions. So today we'll be announcing the names of 35 students who will be awarded with cash prizes and our 2 supreme winners who are taking home laptops, trophies and certificates and a plaque for their schools. And I hope that your schools are very much celebrating with you today. All participating students will also receive a certificate of appreciation. As well as the students and the minister and the ministries, I would like to thank the teachers for your encouragement of your students. You are the wind underneath your students' wings, and you have helped and supported them along this journey and through the time of this essay competition. So this competition recognises the long-standing relationship with Fijian secondary schools, with the Ministry of Education, with the Fiji Association in Auckland, Dr. Singh, and with the youth that it engages in all corners of Fiji. And as I say, I am looking forward to, once we have navigated our way through the pandemic, being able to get out and really see and visit some of the schools around the country and to see where you do your learning and where everyone is from. The High Commission really values its close partnership with the Fiji Association in Auckland and organising the competition, the reading and the adjudicating and the assessing of the students' work. So I would like to offer a heartfelt vote of thanks to Dr. Satendra Singh, who's online, and also to Lady June Hillary, who have invested a large amount of personal time and effort. They assess hundreds of essays, as I've said, every year. They do it with grace, they do it with enthusiasm, and they do it with passion because they are so committed and enthused by this competition. And also I would like to acknowledge their wider support to the education sector through donations of library books to schools affected by natural disasters. And we only have to look at the first 4 weeks that we've had of this year to know that we are in a time of COVID, but we are also in a time of climate change, sadly. Natural disasters are part of our landscape. And even if we wish they were not, we know that we are stronger if we partner together through those responses. Finally, I would like to offer another vote of thanks to the Education Ministry, who has been extremely supportive and encouraged student engagement and creativity. And I would like to congratulate and acknowledge all of the entrants in this competition, but a special congratulations to our prize winners for 2021. Vinaka Vakalevu, Danivad, kia ora.